Hey, it's Cassie from Curry Honda in Chicopee. You're listening to the Bax and Nagle podcast on Rock 102. Come see us at Curry Honda for the best selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. Experience the best at Curry Honda. Thanks for listening.
102 Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 5:52 and Rush with Bax and Nagle and Rock 102.
We're looking at sunny skies today with a high of 84. Tomorrow, hot with a high of 90. It's 55 right now in downtown Springfield.
Hollywood Trash is brought to you by Western Mass Masons. Call them for all your foundation and chimney needs.
Somehow you still care about what's happening in Hollywood. So, from Tinseltown, 3,000 miles away, it's Steve Nagle's Hollywood Trash.
Last week, Kelly Osbourne denied rumors that her father was dying, and then yesterday, Ozzy died. He was 76. There was no word on the cause of death. Here's the official statement. It is with more sadness than mere words can convey that we have to report that our beloved Ozzy Osbourne has passed away this morning. He was with his family and surrounded by love. We ask everyone to respect our family privacy at this time. Ozzy's biography is pretty well known by now. He got his start in Black Sabbath, got fired in 1979, and launched a massively successful solo career. Then in the early 2000s, he reinvented himself and made his family just as famous with the MTV reality show The Osbournes.
You know, when you think about it, that guy went from being thought of as like the most evil man in the world, to becoming a national treasure.
Oh,
in the course of like 15 years.
And everybody forgot about the time that he almost killed Sharon by strangling her.
What's done is done, Nancy. The thing is, it's a hell of a turnaround. And I loved Ozzy Osbourne. I loved Black Sabbath. I grew up on that stuff.
You know, he nearly killed his wife, but you gotta separate the art from the artist.
Well, you know what, Steve? I have chosen to do just that. Ignore all the terrible stuff and focus on all the rock and roll.
Along the way, he bit the head off a bat and a pigeon, snorted a line of ants, got arrested for peeing on the Alamo while wearing his wife's dress. He also consumed massive amounts of mind-altering substances. Now, I mentioned this yesterday in a video, and somebody got really upset that I would be so disrespectful to say that. There was nothing untrue about that statement.
That is all true. But, you know, from my perspective, Steve, you can take all of those negative stories and wash them all away just by putting on side one of Sabotage.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
man.
what a rock and roll record that is.
Or
Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. I can listen to that all day
I
and
like
day
Sabbath,
long.
Bloody Sabbath.
That's a good record, man.
He sold 100 million records, and he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice. He was inducted as a member of Sabbath in 2006 and as a solo artist last year. And meanwhile, Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark is still in the dark.
They'll get their day.
How come we don't have a great band like that getting a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nod? Not even a nom.
Give it time, Steve. If Ozzy can turn his career around, certainly OMD can do theirs.
His health took a turn for the worse in 2003 following an ATV accident in which he broke his collarbone, 8 ribs, and neck vertebrae. He re-injured his neck in the fall of 2019, and of course he was battling Parkinson's disease, which he was diagnosed with after that fall. In a 2023 interview, he said his life had been, quote, 5 years of absolute hell. And yet just 2.5 weeks ago, he was able to perform one last time at the Back to the Beginning show in Birmingham, which raised $190 million for charity.
I got to tell you, watching that last performance was pretty damn moving, especially if you're a fan. And yesterday, I put a hastily put together playlist on Spotify.
Yeah.
I should really share that more. It's like 3.5 hours of nonstop ass kickery.
You can get people to follow you on Spotify.
I know.
I don't want anybody knowing all my Taylor Swift stuff, though.
Well, I mean, not... Well,
you ever hear her version of War Pigs? Or Iron Man?
That's good, but, Into the Void, I thought you did a really good job of that.
Really good job.
Yeah.
There are also... He's survived by Sharon, obviously, his daughter Kelly, and his son Jack. There are also some offspring you don't know. A son named Louis John, an adopted son named Elliot Kingsley, and a daughter named Jessica Starshine, all from his first marriage. And then there was Amy, a daughter of Ozzy and Sharon, who opted not to be on the reality TV show. Sabbath guitarist Tommy Iommi.
No, not Lamy. It's Iommi.
They printed it with a big fat L.
They didn't.
They did. But it was hastily put together, much as like your Spotify playlist that you had.
Well, hastily put together, but I stand by every pick.
Yeah, there's a big capital L in front of that.
Come on.
It's Lommi. Tommy Lamy. You know what? I'm going to call him that from now on.
No, you're not. Because I will correct you every single time. It is Iommi, and say it with pleasure.
Well, Tommy Lamy said he was heartbroken, adding,
Iommi.
Quote, there won't ever be another like him. Geezer Butler said, so glad we got to do it one last time. And Bill Ward said, you're in my heart forever. Well, that was very Celine Dion of him.
Hey, and if it weren't for Ozzy, Bill Ward wouldn't have come back to Black Sabbath. So
I remember when I was wrestling in high school, they had the Iron Man was the warm-up song.
Yeah.
And they used to have strobe lights around the... It was like one of these like intimidating things for the other team.
Did it work?
It did. It actually scared the living bejesus out of me, and I was on the same team.
You know, it's really hard to intimidate another team when you get a bunch of dudes all standing there in their singlets looking to pin some guy down on his back.
Well, it's an individual sport, Bax. It's not everybody. It's not everybody's cup of tea. Bags. Not every cup of tea bags.
Not a whole lot of that. Yeah. Right.
So rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. Are we almost done with the Hollywood? I was trying to do the whole.
Well, I mean, you've
Hollywood
got
trash.
As far as I can tell, Steve, you got what? I don't know, a minute or two left of the. You tell me. You got.
Well, he's got. He had one final Instagram post. His final Instagram post before death was touching tribute to the Black Sabbath last show. Ozzy's final Instagram post before his death Tuesday was a touching tribute to the band. On Sunday, he took to Instagram to post an image of a poster that was hanging outside of his dressing room door on their final show this month. So he got to at least share one last Instagram post, which I think was bittersweet.
That's very moving. Not as moving as, say, like The Writ from Sabotage. That's a kick-ass song. Oh, my God, that's such a kick-ass.
All right, and now with nothing to do with Ozzy Osbourne, Kim Kardashian has turned up the heat at LA's Chain Fest, flaunting black leather pants, a crop tee, and her signature soft glam look.
Really? She must have something to say.
Oh, my God, the last time I rocked soft pink and nude lips like this was Ray J shoved his Thrustin' Timberlake into my pulled pork pocket and gave me a hairy clarinet, a jazz solo, and that sex tape you can purchase on YouPorn for $39.95. Did you get all that?
It's making my head spin. Caitlin?
Mine, too. Well, I never got that down and dirty with your mother, Chris Kim, but we did spend a nostalgic night bringing in some real throwback filth. First, we watched Leave It to Cleavage, where the beeve isn't the only thing getting pounded by Wally. Then came the Flesh Prince of Ball Snare, where a Philly guy moves in and rearranges Aunt Viv's cervix.
What are you trying to say?
And after that, it was Growing Pains, but not the family-friendly kind. Let's just say Boner lived up to his name.
Groin pains.
Groin Pains.
Yeah, there you go.
See, we're working things. We're working on a bit. We're working on a brand new bit. And then we ended, this is where you say
and what are you trying to say?
And then we ended with the gritty pioneer classic Little Whorehouse on the Prairie, where Pa uses a corn cob and a prayer to unclog Ma's sin canal during harvest.
Now, whatever you do not try to add extra syllables or letters to Michael Landon's last name.
No, don't. And that's your Hollywood trash on Rock 102.
Yep. Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock at 6:14, and Ozzy with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. That's right, I'm playing Ozzy once an hour, and I don't care who says anything about nothing.
Actually, you were told to do that.
I was not told to do that.
I
was no.
Why do we have that remembering Ozzy Osbourne?
Because I just clearly put that together just moments ago.
Did you, or was that something that we had waiting in the wings? You know how like news stations have packages already put together, like that's how they put those in memoriam things together so quickly. Is they already have the footage when a high profile person dies.
They had that Bob Hope tribute ready to go almost 4 years before the old man died.
That's what I mean.
Because it could have been any day.
Same with George Burns.
He died in what, 1994? They had that thing ready to go in 1974.
I'm pretty sure they had this in memoriam thing ready back in 1972.
It's for rock fans of my age, maybe even younger for that matter. Ozzy's a big deal. That's a big loss for a lot of the folks of my ilk.
Yeah, I remember my brother went to a concert. Him and his friend went to an Ozzy concert back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Good times.
Been to my share of them too.
Yeah. So he bit a head off a bat.
Well, he didn't realize it was an actual bat. He thought it was who's going to throw a bat on stage? He thought it was a rubber bat.
Yeah.
And he may have been drinking before the show or whatever, but he bit it, and he regretted it immediately when he realized, oh, my God, I've got an hour left of the show, and I need rabies shots.
Yeah,
stat.
Well, that happens. Well, you're just like Arnold on Different Strokes, 20 shots to the stomach.
Exactly.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that. But in the background, I'm just going to play the Writ from Sabotage.
I like how, you say, well, he didn't realize it was a real bat. But yet he knew they were real ants when he was snorting them into his head.
Steve, it was by the pool. Motley Crue was there. They had been snorting stuff all day. These are just the students. And the master comes along by the pool and says, listen, you guys can snort rails of blow all day long. I'm going to show you a little thing or two about a thing or two. And that's when he did the thing with the ants.
He's a guy.
It's just it's like whose is bigger? I mean, that's really what that boiled down to.
It makes you wonder, how much did he really remember of any of that stuff, being so hopped up on whatever the hell he was on at any given moment? Like how much do you? I mean, you got to think of all that drug use and all the alcohol abuse.
Yeah.
You're going to have blackouts. There's probably plenty of... I mean, obviously, there was supposedly a blackout when he strangled Sharon back in the 80s when he was... there was that... what was her name? She was the groupie that he was seeing, and that's why they had the fight, and he nearly choked her to death.
Listen, they got over it. They found a way to even strengthen that relationship.
There's 40 million reasons why Sharon would stay with Ozzy.
Well, actually, Sharon didn't really need Ozzy. She came from a good deal of money.
Yeah, I know. But
her dad was a major record executive. I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, they stayed together, Steve, because sometimes the bonds of love are unbreakable, and I believe that was a relationship in which those bonds were unbreakable, regardless of the kind of trouble and mayhem that surrounded him.
No, you're talking stocks and bonds. That's the kind of bonds that keep people together.
Among the many.
Yeah.
Now, I will say that many, many years ago, I was working for a radio station in which Ozzy came into the studio. And it was not during a period of his life where things were going all that great. I will say he may have been slightly incoherent at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Really? What makes you think that?
Maybe the confusion, the slurred speech, the incoherent conversation he had with our afternoon guy, that kind of thing. But he's still Ozzy. See, that's the thing. He's still Ozzy, and who the hell to this day no longer likes Ozzy? Back when he first came out and they bit the head off the bat, everyone thought he was like the reincarnation of Satan, which he clearly was not. People hated the guy.
Yeah.
And then magically, through a brilliant set of decisions by he and his wife, he turns that reputation around. He becomes America's dad. Like who didn't? And he wasn't even American.
Well,
who doesn't love Ozzy at this point? You'd have to be brain dead not to love The Writ by Sabotage.
I always appreciated it. It was the music of my youth growing up. It was always in the background.
Damn right.
Speaking of the reality show, that would turn out to be probably one of the most brilliant career moves he made.
Without question.
And the Osbournes starred in their own MTV reality show. It premiered on March 2nd of 2002 and ran into 2005. And you can thank Ozzy and Sharon for ushering in celebrity family reality shows. Here's the theme song. I just got a little clip for you.
Okay.
Here's the theme song that's miscredited on the show's soundtrack album as Pat Boone. Did you ever hear that?
No.
It's actually Louis LaMedica in the style of Pat Boone doing a cover of Crazy Train.
Crazy, hey, but that's how it goes. Millions of people living as
See,
fools.
I always thought that was Pat Boone. I was always told that was Pat Boone.
I always
and now
assumed it
it's
was
not.
like Richard Cheese.
It's not too
It does
late.
sound like a Richard Cheese.
Yeah.
But it's Louis
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's move off of this and play a little In the Void. Oh my God! From Masters of Reality. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's like so heavy you can't even move it. Even if you got like 50,000 people to push it out of the way.
Yeah.
That thing ain't moving. Way too heavy. Man. By the way, I did a video yesterday.
Yeah.
And what?
I don't smoke anymore. I don't drink alcohol anymore. I don't do drugs anymore. In fact, I'm quite boring.
That was back in 2005.
Yeah, I know.
What were you going to say?
I did like a little video yesterday that I put on the station's TikTok.
Yeah.
And I just grabbed whatever Black Sabbath and Ozzy records I had handy. I'm gonna have like more of them, but that's what I just grabbed. And I was playing. It was playing like You Can't Kill Rock and Roll in the background, right? And I'm just flipping through the records. I'm not saying anything. I'm just flipping through the records. They flagged it.
Of course they did, because it's TikTok, and TikTok sucks now.
Yeah.
Ever since they revamped it back in January, the whole platform has gone to shiznit.
This whole copyright stuff is really annoying.
But you're not even, it's not like you're playing a short sample. What happened to free use?
No,
I
fair
thought
use is that is a sticky wicket right there is what they would call that. They say, as long as it's like 30 seconds, it doesn't really matter. They flagged it, and you can see the video. There's no audio. Sucks. What are you gonna do? Very emotional.
You know what you are?
What?
You're like that. You're like that when you talk about your albums.
Yeah.
And I had a plethora of Ozzy Osbourne albums. You're like that kid when I was growing up with all the He-Man stuff.
Yeah.
Like I had a He-Man and a Man-at-Arms and a Winged Raider, and then you're the kid with Castle Grayskull, Snake Mountain, all the figures your parents bought you. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you?
I'm a little jealous.
Are you jealous?
Yes, I am.
Because mine's a lot bigger than yours.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Well, stand back, because it's only getting bigger.
All right.
And I hate to have to knock you off your stool.
Oh, I've been knocked off my stool before.
Anyway, I'm gonna be playing. I'm playing Black Sabbath and Ozzy songs every hour. I don't care what anyone says. I will do it without apology.
It's a break from Tom Petty, that's for sure.
It's 6:23 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's 6:26 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Liam has the full forecast for you, and I can't believe we didn't mention Keith Richards being the probably the lone standing drug user that has survived all of these.
Ozzy has been clean and sober for many years. Of course, that's what Keith Richards says too.
Well, they might be. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that. I mean, you probably get to a certain age where, like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this anymore.
Yeah, but when they did it, boy, they went hard at it, like a couple of horny puppies after each other.
Well, I mean, just from what I know from seeing that Motley Crue, I mean, I'm sure some of that's embellished, but that Motley Crue movie that they did, that was pretty, with Ozzy and the urine and
those were intense scenes. I will say, and I have heard that those are true, but any film director takes some sort of artistic license in storytelling and filmography, and the camera angles are probably embellishing it too.
Probably.
Yeah, it probably really wasn't all that dramatic when you come right down to it.
Yeah, it was probably just a regular old day.
Could have been just like one ant, and that would have been it. rather than a whole bunch of ants.
Nobody threw a chair in a hotel room. It was just somebody rolled an office chair back and forth across the room.
That's probably all that happened.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
That's the theater of the mind.
it sure is, Steve. It sure is.
Are you ready to laugh?
I'm ready to laugh.
Let's laugh.
It's Bax and Nagle's Joke of the Day
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you.
on Rock 102,
I make you laugh.
Springfield's classic rock.
Here's a joke not too far into the distant future. Ready?
Okay.
This little kid asks his mom, "Hey, Mom, how did we get rich?" And the mom says, "Your dad hugged the HR lady at a Coldplay concert, and I got 50% from the divorce." Say, because that's what's going to happen.
That is what's going to
There's
happen.
a little rich kid walking around there. Yeah, because your dad couldn't keep his pen at a company Inc.
The only person to ever benefit from a Coldplay concert.
That's true.
Bax and Nagle in the
6:33 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's time for news. It's brought to you by Aquatique Pools. With free water testing every day, Union Street in West Springfield. There's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Thanks, Bax. A Springfield man was arrested last Thursday on multiple charges connected to illegally riding on an off-highway vehicle, an ATV.
That's what they tell you.
Ryan Walsh stated that at approximately 6:05 p.m. on Thursday, and this is now Wednesday, so we're getting the news now, officers observed an ATV allegedly driving at a high rate of speed on White Street. The driver of the vehicle was not wearing a helmet. The ATV also had a sticker on it that read, "Never operate this vehicle on public roads." Well, that's like tearing the tag off a mattress. You just leave it on there.
Yeah, but there are a lot of guys doing hard time because that whole mattress wrap.
Yeah. Using mobile surveillance, police observed the ATV driving recklessly throughout Springfield, reportedly putting multiple pedestrians in harm's way. The ATV stopped on Longfellow Terrace,
You only straighten out my Longfellow.
where officers conducted a traffic stop on the vehicle. The operator attempted to drive away, but then got off the vehicle and began to escape on foot. Springfield police located the driver, identified as 28-year-old Raymond Gonzalez Ortiz of Springfield, at a residence on the 100 block of Longfellow Terrace. Hey, what is it? Straighten out
Hey, maybe you can help me straighten out my Longfellow.
where he was arrested and the ATV was seized.
Hey, not for nothing, but I've known a number of people that have gotten really messed up on those things because they weren't operating it correctly,
Or wearing a helmet.
or operating it on a road, or wearing or driving it drunk, whatever. There's a reason why there are stipulations on using those things. Because if you're not using it properly, they can be really dangerous, like any other vehicle. So don't be a douchebag when you're riding these things.
The Springfield Police Department conducts off-highway vehicle enforcement details to combat illegal riding of dirt bikes and other off-highway vehicles in the city. In the detail, officers were able to apprehend a suspect who put pedestrians in danger. Police said that OHVs have led to serious injuries and death to riders.
That's what I'm telling you.
You stay off our streets. What did I tell you about your dirt bike riding? I'm going to give you one blow with my lungs. Because my lungs are made from burlap sacks full of beefaroni. You know, I invented ice skates after I realized not everyone is born with blades attached to their feet. You know when Arnold Schwarzenegger says, "I'll be back" in the first Terminator movie?
Yeah.
It is implied that he is going to ask Mayor Dom Dom for help. And contrary to popular belief, Mayor Dom Dom has, in fact, had a sex change operation. Male to Dom Dom. All right. That's enough.
I don't know if it is.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, it's all right. Move on.
Well, no, you know what? Mayor Dom Dom fights stains with the power of Tide. You know that, right?
Yes.
And I also invented the hammer when I was tired of using my forehead to slam nails into wood. We'll come back to this later on. An afternoon of fun took a scary turn when people riding the Skyfari Sky Ride at a Massachusetts zoo got stuck in midair. The incident happened on Monday at Southwick Zoo in Mendon, which is in Worcester County, even though Southwick
is not.
Right. Weird. The Skyfari Sky Ride gives visitors the opportunity to see the zoo from above, riding over the facility's African plains, deer forest, and more, similar to a ski lift. However, multiple individuals got stuck while suspended 30 feet in the air, halting the ride. Members of the Mendon Fire Department were there using equipment such as ladders and cherry pickers. Is that how they get people stuck on a ride like that?
Don't they just put like a blanket on the ground and everybody pulls on it and says, okay, jump from there?
Yeah, they had to take the people off on the ladders. Zoo officials said that the ride malfunction was related to an emergency shutoff brake. Oh, it's always the emergency shutoff.
Yeah.
No injuries were reported. A similar incident happened on the Skyfari Sky Ride back in 2022. I think it was about 9 years ago. I went to Atlanta with the family, and it was my niece was getting married, and we had time to kill, a lot of time to kill before going to the rehearsal dinner.
Yeah.
So we decided, hey, let's go see this Stone Mountain. You ever hear of Stone Mountain?
I don't know if I have.
It's like the Mount Rushmore of the East, and it's got this big. It's supposedly bigger than Mount Rushmore, which means Mount Rushmore is not very big.
I've heard that.
Yeah,
it's actually quite small.
Yeah, I don't know.
About 3 or 4 inches.
I think that's what I've seen in the picture anyway.
Well, everyone tells you it's like 7 or 8 inches, but it's really 3 or 4.
It's probably one of those things where it looks so much bigger on a camera, and then when you actually see it in person, you're like, wow, it's impressive, but it's not that
crazy.
Well, they have, and that was the whole thing on the side of the mountain. It's like what was that? General Lee is on there, I believe. It's a
General Lee, like the Confederate general, or the car from the Dukes of Hazzard.
It's basically like an homage to Confederate generals. Is what Stone Mountain is.
Fantastic.
So we decided to go there, and you can either walk up the mountain, which is about a mile,
right,
but uphill, obviously, or you can take the Sky Ride.
Guess which one I would do?
What?
I'd take the Sky Ride every time.
Yeah, well, we took the Sky Ride. And even though the weather seemed like it was okay, there was a storm off in the distance, right?
Yeah.
And luckily, we didn't get stuck on the Sky Ride. We made it all the way up to the mountain. You just couldn't get off the mountain because there was thunderstorms in the distance, and they don't ride the thing during lightning. So
and you got to wait out the storm.
And it was like an hour and a half. We had to wait up there. We just made the rehearsal dinner. We were supposed to have like 3 hours to kill, but because we were stuck up on top, of this viewing thing. I mean, granted, it's a facility, so it's not, it's air conditioned. It's not, you're protected from the elements.
But still, you're stuck on a mountain.
Yeah, and you could walk. And then the guy was like, yeah, it takes like 45 minutes to walk all the way down, and you're walking through trails. And we got 2 little kids with us, so that's not going to happen.
Hell no.
And, we got stuck up on the top of Stone Mountain for a good hour and a half, which hour and a half longer than what we wanted to be there for.
Yeah, that's awful.
I don't know how many views you can look at the top of a mountaintop. Once you get up to the top, yeah, I have seen it.
That's the bad thing about a place with a nice view. It only takes like 5 seconds to ignore it.
It was like the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is one of the probably most picturesque scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And I always wanted to see it, and I finally went out and did that. But then it's like, okay, I've seen enough. I got here. It's kind of like the Griswolds doing it, where you're just taking a quick picture and you're getting back in the car and leaving,
Well, they had to get to Wally World.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, it's not as impressive. It's impressive, but it's like, for how long?
Well, it's like, there are people that come from all over the country to see Plymouth Rock because they've heard so much about it. And when you're across the street from it and you see this big this big structure, protecting it.
Yeah.
Like this big overhanging columnated structure, and then you look down below, it's like, that's it? That's what I came all the way across the country to look at, a small pebble?
That's all we got out of this? This is ridiculous.
What a waste of my time and money.
The worst part is looking out into that bay and seeing tens of thousands of rocks going, how do they know this was the one? And they don't know. It's something that somebody brought in back in the 1800s and threw it there and then wrote 16, whatever the hell it is, on it and called it a day. Yeah, this is the rock. Well, how do you know? Well, I got it from out there in that bay. How do you know that was the rock?
You imagine this. They're having the first Thanksgiving, right? And they tell the Native Americans, listen, we have a great tradition in Europe. I think you should all really enjoy it. What we do is we go out in the water and try to find the biggest rock, and then we try to bring it to the shore. So let's get all the kids together to go into the water, neck deep, maybe even deeper, and let's go look for rock. You guys go look for rocks. We're going to sit here and wait for and make the coffee for dessert.
Okay.
And they did it because they thought, well, these guys don't seem so bad. I mean, they're Puritans, they're Pilgrims. Why not? And they go and they grab the biggest rock they can. Boom, right there on the shore. Thousands of rocks. This is the one they choose.
That was the first Eversource crew, the ones who went and got coffee and let the other ones toot the rock down.
Exactly what I'm getting at. It's the first labor union here in the Northeast.
Was that Ezekiel Hoffa was the head of the...
Yes, that's exactly it.
A 38-year-old man in Florida named Christopher Spain is facing charges after troopers say he took his riding mower onto a busy highway while he was loaded. Well, I mean, John Deere can get you there just as fast as a
brisk walk.
Well, a brisk walk or even a Toyota, It was also a toll road, so it's unclear if he had his wallet with him or if he planned to cover the charges by mail.
He didn't have the transponder on the front of his mower?
No transponder? We will bill you. That's what it says on those signs. The Florida Highway Patrol started getting calls last Friday morning at 8:30 a.m. about a man driving his lawnmower erratically in the southbound lanes. When the officers arrived, they say Christopher showed several signs of impairment, including small pupils, flushed skin, dry mouth, and visible irritation to the inside of his nose. He refused a field sobriety test and was then arrested.
Yeah, because he's got hay fever. That's he's probably kicking up all the pollen from mowing the highway.
He's got I think it's Gravely. I think that's how you pronounce the brand name. Gravely lawnmower.
I don't know that one.
It's a zero turn, so he was probably going a good 20 miles an hour.
All right,
those things
haul ass.
They do haul ass, especially that's what they're built. They're built for big jobs.
All right, but how was the cut?
Yeah, see, he missed a line. That's how they knew he was drunk. When I would, if I was riding a mower drunk down the highway, I would definitely go onto the median and try to fix whatever the DOT couldn't do.
Yeah, sometimes they let those things really get overgrown.
Yeah, you ever see they do the mowing operations? From time to time. Actually, they were doing it the other day on the Mass Pike. The guy was with the big. I always wanted to drive one of those. The big giant.
The big giant ones?
It's like a big giant farm tractor with a big mower on the side.
That's badass.
And the guy's cutting all the brush and everything like that. That would come in handy.
Now, they don't mulch when they do that, right?
No, they don't.
Yeah, they don't do that.
No, they should.
Well, they say that mulching is good for the soil, good for the grass below.
Well, you leave
a lot of nutrients.
You leave the clippings on the lawn. That's how you.
I mean, it doesn't make
natural mulch.
Doesn't make any sense to bag up on a median strip.
Yeah, sure it does.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I just leave it.
And then you have the prisoners come by in the work release programs and have them pick up the clippings on a Saturday.
I have yet to see the Mass Pike receive a good raking.
It should. It definitely
doesn't always though. I've never seen it.
Your Pioneer Valley forecast today, it's going to be a nice sunny dry day with a high of 84. Tomorrow, humidity moves in with a high of 90. It is 57 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 6:53 and ZZ Top, Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Nice day today. Sunny and a high of 84. Tomorrow, hot and humid with a high of 90. It's 57 right now in downtown Springfield.
Real quick, if you check out this week's episode of Baxy's Musical Podcast, Agawam's Mike Baguetta is my guest. He's a guitar player, songwriter, singer. His band MSSB includes Mike Watt from the Minutemen, who's an absolutely brilliant bass player, and drummer Stephen Hodges, who played with Tom Waits and the Fabulous Thunderbirds. Their new album, On and On, is out. It's an amazing interview, and how they do what they do is actually very unique and very interesting. Next week, my guest is drummer Terry Graham, who played for the Gun Club, the Cramps, and a band called The Bags. He's got a brand new podcast out called Electric Angel Lounge Podcast on YouTube. He's also got a book that's been out for a couple of years called Punk Like Me, Hollywood 1977 to 1985. Fascinating guy who's been around for an awful long period of time in some pretty heavy-duty bands. Check that out on Monday on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, the Rock 102 YouTube channel, rock102.com, and on the app. It's all brought to you by Metro, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram at Chicopee and Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock.
When was the last time you saw a payphone? Like an
operating payphone?
An operating payphone.
I don't even remember the last time I saw one.
There's one, and it doesn't work. There's one in the parking lot of the Cumberland Farms by the Mass Pike in Ludlow. There's one at the Cumberland Farms. My kid, months ago, we get to the Cumberland Farms. She's like, I've always wanted to use one of those. Like, you think about how they didn't grow up with those. Those are so antique-ish. I can't even compare it to something that when we were kids, what was so outdated that they don't use anymore like that.
The old roller washing machine. My grandmother had one.
Oh yeah.
You put it through your wet clothes through the roller.
I had an aunt that had one of those things. Yeah. So,
I think a lot of kids, if they ever saw an old rotary phone, wouldn't know what the hell that is either.
Well, I mean, my kids do, because I have these little trinkets that I've picked up over the years. I have one of those old Bell Atlantic telephones. You know, the green one.
Yeah, the avocado green.
I don't know whose number is on it. It's a 413. I got it from a tag sale or something around.
You ever try calling the number?
No, I should though.
Yeah, see who's
got the. Hey, I got your old number.
Yeah, right. That's it. I got the phone that used to hang on your wall.
Yeah, we don't have time for this, but because there's Number Neighbors. You ever do that one? Remember people were doing Number Neighbors 10 years ago?
Yeah, I remember that.
Let's say if our text line is 413-293-1021, somebody would text 413-293-1022, and they're like, hey, we're Number Neighbors, which is dumb.
And then you'd take the phone, and then you'd hang up and block the call.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying.
I
that was a little trend that was going on. But I haven't seen. So the payphone didn't work. My kid tried to use it. There wasn't a thing. She's like, now what do I do? Do I push? I'm like, you push the buttons. First you put a coin in there, and then you got to dial the number. But then the thing wasn't working, and some lady was watching us laughing because she's amused as much as I am that a kid's trying to use one of these things. Anyway, an electrical engineer in rural Vermont is pitching in by fixing up old payphones and installing them in spots with no cell service. It's a pretty good idea.
It's a good idea.
Especially up in Vermont.
Because there's lots of places without service.
He buys them for a few $100, adds a gadget that connects them to the internet, and installs them outside of businesses. And since they're online, you don't need a quarter. The calls are absolutely free. That's a pretty good deal.
That's good.
The one getting used the most is outside of a library. He says kids use it to call their parents for rides. Each phone costs $10 a month in admin fees, but he pays for all of it.
$10 a month in admin fees?
Well, because it's connected to the internet, so he's probably got to pay an internet fee.
I see.
And he's also the operator. So if you dial 0, his cell phone rings. I would love to be the operator. Springfield 4756.
How may I place your call?
How may I help you? Hey, operator, can you help me place this call?
Hey, there used to be something known as information.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like the internet before the internet was actually the internet.
411.
I'm looking for the phone number for Steigers.
Didn't they used to charge like an astronomical amount to get that?
Yeah, it was
information?
not cheap. But yeah, what are you going to do? What, are you look at a phone book? That'll take you all day.
Well, it's funny, like, all those services are now included in your self-service. Remember call waiting? When
I
call
do.
waiting was like the big thing, and then like only rich people had call waiting because it was an extra service. That was probably like the late 70s, early 80s when it first kind of emerged. And then now everybody's got it.
It's like a natural feature in every phone.
Yeah, but
back in the day, you didn't have that.
Why do they even bother announcing those as part of the features of your call service when everybody has it?
I have no idea.
You have call waiting. Really?
That's like going to a hotel that offers free HBO. No kidding.
I still get amused by that when people advertise. We got free HBO. Wow. And a jacuzzi.
That's a hell of a flex.
Yeah, it was.
It's 6:59 at Rock 102.
And now, Bax's View from the Couch, brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware, your grilling destination. Weber, Big Green Egg, Uni Pizza Ovens, and Traeger wood-fired grills.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? Folks, far be it from me to be critical of somebody who's being overpaid for an apparent lack of productivity or for the quality of their work. That would be like the pot calling the kettle black. But in the world of professional football, your compensation isn't always based on how good you are at your job. Your compensation is sometimes based upon the market rate of your position at that particular time. This is among the many reasons why the New York Jets have just given two-time Pro Bowl cornerback Sauce Gardner the largest contract extension in league history for that position. The other reason is because the Jets are stupid. Yesterday, Sauce Gardner signed a 4-year extension worth a reported $120.4 million. That's a contract that will pay him over $30.1 million per season. Now, upon signing that contract, it took the media exactly 3.5 seconds to start criticizing the deal, since, statistically speaking, Sauce Gardner is coming off the worst years of his career. Yesterday, during the opening day at Jets training camp, Gardner addressed the criticism by saying, quote, "I'm Sauce, and I mean that in the most humble way. Like, no matter what I do, they're going to make a huge deal of it." Well, son, they should. Because you see, last year you ranked 47th in some of the position's more advanced statistics, like expected points added. Now, I'd be happy to explain to you what that means, but I'm still waiting for somebody to explain it to me. Either way, that's down from 2023, when he ranked second in the league in that category. He was also flagged for 10 penalties last season, which is more than he snagged in his first 2 years in the league combined. And yet, you've just given the guy a raise of $21.7 million per year? Folks, I would love to be given an increase that nearly triples my salary despite my shocking decrease in workplace value. Sadly, I made the mistake of showing off my earnest dedication to the company with rigorous results. I'll never make that same mistake again, because there's a chance that somebody's getting screwed. But hey, enough of my yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. Hey, you got a pool? What time should I be over? I could swing by Rocky's on the way in case you need any supplies, chlorine tabs, filter sand, what have you, or what don't have you. At Rocky's Ace Hardware, they got all the pool and spa supplies, and you'll find them at Rocky's Ace Hardware. I'm Bax. That's my view from the couch. Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock at 7:13, and Ozzy with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It is going to be a sunny and dry, nice day, high of 84. Tomorrow, humid with a high of 90. There's a heat advisory going to be in effect tomorrow, which is great. It's 57 in downtown Springfield.
Yeah, for just the user wondering, hey, aren't you going to say anything about Ozzy? Ozzy Osbourne died yesterday. I'm going to be playing an Ozzy song every hour this morning.
It's like an Ozfest, but on the radio, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
And by the way, I posted a hastily put together Ozzy playlist that you can find on the Bax and Nagle page on Facebook, on my page, wherever.
I believe it's Rock 102 Mornings still, because we can't. The show changed names so many times we're not allowed to change the name again.
Yeah, what a pain that is.
No more Bax and Nagle. It has to be the Rock 102 Mornings. Thanks a lot, Dave Coombs. There's another gift you left us. Anyway, first of all, I got a show. I got 2 shows coming up this Friday at River
Two on Friday?
One on Friday, one on Saturday.
Okay.
River, a waterfront restaurant.
And
it is on the river.
Well, that's convenient.
It's down in Wethersfield. It's the old, it's the Brouhaha Comedy Club that used to be at City Steam and now has moved to River, a waterfront restaurant, because City Steam closed. So they kept the Brouhaha label.
Well, that's a brand name you never want to give up.
Yeah, and I got 2 shows Friday and Saturday night on. It's in Wethersfield. It's at the old Xerox building. You can see off of 91.
Okay.
And that's 2 shows Friday, Saturday, 8 o'clock. You can get tickets at comedycraftbeer.com.
Headlining?
I'm headlining.
Wow.
How about that?
How much time you going to give the folks?
45 minutes.
How much of that is going to be hilarious?
4 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's you've increased it.
Listen, I bring it. When I headline, I bring it.
You bring all the boys to the yard.
Yes, that's right. And Darren Rivera will be opening up for me, who's a very funny Connecticut comedian.
Very cool.
Yeah, there
nice.
you go. I'm just reading this story this morning about, it says, this is from Mass Live, following President Trump's post on Truth Social that he had, quote, been speaking with Coca-Cola about using real cane sugar in Coke, the company has made an announcement. Come this fall, the iconic soda company will introduce a new formula in the United States using cane sugar. As part of its ongoing innovation agenda, this fall in the United States, the company plans to launch an offering made with U.S. cane sugar to expand its trademark Coca-Cola product, the company wrote in its second quarter report on July 22nd. This addition is designed to complement the company's strong core portfolio and offer more choices across occasions and preferences. Have you ever had the cane Coke? Cane sugar?
I've had cane sugar before, yeah.
No, like
in other things.
Coca-Cola made. Do you even like Coca-Cola? I don't even.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I mean, like on occasion.
I think there's nothing better than an ice cold Coca-Cola. Like a real good one.
Yeah. I find that sometimes after like going to like an all you can eat buffet, you're really packing down like as much food as you can stand. A good Diet Coke always is refreshing.
Yeah. A Diet Coke?
Well, who needs the extra calories?
Diet Coke is disgusting.
See, I'm
Coke
immune to the Diet
Zero.
Coke Zero is good.
Yeah, but Diet Coke, there's something about that aspartame, and I like sweeteners. I'm the sweet
You're a
and
guy
low
that
guy.
eats sweet and low. It's like they get the worst aftertaste of any artificial sweetener.
See, you get used to it, I guess. I guess you got to get used to Diet Coke.
Well, that's it.
But Coca-Cola clarified that cane sugar will not be a replacement for high fructose corn syrup. Our beverages will continue, a spokesman from Coca-Cola said. The cane sugar product will be in addition to the trademark Coke lineup. Yeah, I know that the government's trying to push for this, get rid of the corn syrup thing. But the reality is, it's more complicated than just replacing an ingredient. The ingredient is a commodity, corn, that we produce, and if you were to stop using that, then you have problems now with corn farmers not being able to survive.
Yeah, but there's also a lot of people who feel that like refined sugars are worse for you than unrefined sugars, like a cane, like pure cane sugar.
Yeah,
and that the refining aspect of it gets like all the impurities out of pure sugar.
But you can buy these already. They're the Mexico Cokes from Mexico.
Yeah.
You ever see those in the bottles?
I have seen those.
And I believe Costco sells them by the case, if I'm not mistaken. They sell the big case of glass bottles that you can buy, but they're made with cane sugar. They do taste completely different.
Better?
And it's funny. Yeah, a lot better.
Yeah.
Because it's naturally sweet versus I mean corn syrup is a like a derivative of sugar, I guess you could say. It's a sweetener.
Well, the problem you have with like a lot of like artificial sweeteners.
Yeah.
Your aspartames, your saccharins, whatever. The problem is that your body doesn't really know how to process that stuff. It knows how to process actual sugar, but it doesn't really understand how to process the fake stuff. And so it stores it very differently than it would like if you're sucking on a piece of cane sugar.
Yeah.
And so there are many people who will tell you that the refined stuff or the artificial stuff is incredibly toxic to the human body. But for those of us that may have a sweet tooth, we find we don't care.
Yeah, well, there is really.
We'd much rather put the poisons into our bodies.
How many? But it's like almost inescapable. There are so many products that have sugar and salt in them that, you know, there's really, to try to find organic food or all that stuff, that's all a bunch of hogwash because it all comes from the same facilities anyway. You know, when you, I think it's Stop and Shop has like their own brand, or like organic brand.
Right.
It's made in the same facility as the one with the non-organic stuff.
They've never really established hard, fast rules for organics as opposed to non-organics.
It's just a label,
and it's also at a price difference. Sometimes,
a big price.
Sometimes significantly.
But that's the Jedi mind trick that they want you to believe, that you're getting a better value because you're buying something that's organic, but it's really not organic.
Well, the funny part about it is, if you have. Let's say you buy meat. Let's say you buy beef, and you want this to be like farm-raised beef, and you find out, okay, well, this cow was fed corn. Well, that corn could have come from genetically modified seeds.
Yeah.
Or the grass-fed beef. You don't know. Well, what's the grass made of? Was that been genetically modified?
Yeah,
Do we know?
What if it's got Roundup all over the grass? And the cow's eating the grass.
You don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, you like to think you're eating something healthy, but really, a lot of those animals are pumped with chemicals and steroids that make them all look like Lyle Alzado at a plate.
Well, here's an interesting fact, though. This Dr. Darush Mazafarian, it sounds like I'm making that up, a cardiologist and director of Food as Medicine Institute at the Friedman School of Nutrition Science and Policy at Tufts University, said that the choice between the two sweeteners, cane sugar or high fructose corn syrup, is the same. Both high fructose corn syrup and cane sugar are about 50% fructose, 50% glucose, and have identical metabolic effects. That means that both sweeteners can equally raise the risk of obesity, diabetes, and high triglycerides. So it really doesn't matter which one you're using.
Yeah, they're neither one of them are good for you, but one has less impurities.
Not according to this guy, though. This is what I'm saying. This guy is saying, it's the same. You're not doing any different.
You still have bad stuff. You're just taking some other bad stuff out of the bad stuff, which then still remains bad stuff.
I have a friend who is from the United Kingdom, from England.
Yes,
and he said, and I can't wait to try this, because all the foods are made differently, even though they're the same product here. They're made with different ingredients, like Pringles, for example. He said the Pringles in England are like 100 times better than the Pringles here in the United States because of the oils or something that they use.
Sure.
It's not artificial. It's more plant-based, potato, actual potato than.
Do the Europeans have the fever for the flavor of Pringle the way we do here in the United States?
Well, I believe Pringles are English. Isn't that little guy? He's a little English guy, isn't he? Mr.
You
Pringle?
can't tell just by looking at a guy just
Yes,
because
you
of his
can.
mustache.
Yeah.
Please.
You don't think Mr. Pringle's English?
I don't know if he is. I'd be saying like Mr. Peanut is English because he's wearing a monocle. Well, you can't tell that from just looking at a guy.
Yeah, you could.
Can't judge a book by its cover.
Well, that's what we do. We make snap judgments and sweeping generalizations
Well, I
about
don't know if
people
that's
by the way
fair.
they look.
I don't know if that's a fair way to assess somebody.
But I as far as a product being able to offer another alternative, I don't think it's a bad idea.
But it's not
be able to put.
But it's not necessarily overwhelmingly healthier for you than the original.
No, but we're trying to make this country healthy again.
Not by doing it that way.
Well, according to Top Men, we are.
Who?
Top Men.
It's 7:24 on Rock 102. 7:32 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's time for news. Here's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Well, thank you, Bax.
You're very welcome, Steve.
Not going to let him catch you, no. Not going to let him catch you, no. Not gonna let him catch the dirtbag rider. Meow, 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 meow.
I see what you're doing there.
Meow, meow, meow.
Yeah, that's good.
A Springfield man was arrested last Thursday, and we're just hearing about it now, on multiple charges connected to illegally riding an off-highway vehicle. An ATV. Springfield police spokesman Ryan Wall stated that at approximately 6:05 p.m. on Thursday, officers observed an ATV allegedly driving at a high rate of speed on White Street. The driver of the vehicle was not wearing a helmet. The ATV also had a sticker on it that read, "Never operate this vehicle on public roads."
And yet, that warning was not heeded.
Using mobile surveillance, police observed the ATV driving recklessly throughout Springfield, reportedly putting multiple pedestrians in harm's way. The ATV stopped on Longfellow Terrace,
Will you help me straighten out my Longfellow?
where officers conducted a traffic stop on the vehicle. The operator, attempted to drive away, but then got off the vehicle and began to escape on foot. They located the driver, identified as 28-year-old Raymond Gonzalez Ortiz of Springfield, at a residence on the 100 block of Longfellow Terrace.
Will you help me straighten out my Longfellow?
Where he was arrested and the ATV was seized. He's charged with failure to stop for police, negligent operation of a snow or recreational vehicle, uninsured motor vehicle, helmet violation, public way violation, and an unregistered ATV. He's fighting that one.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to win any of those.
The Springfield Police Department conducts these off-highway vehicle enforcement, OHVs, details to combat illegal riding of dirt bikes and other off-highway vehicles in the city. In this detail, officers were able to apprehend a suspect who puts pedestrians in danger. Police said that OHVs have led to serious injuries and death to other riders.
You know, I would like to think that with all the problems that these things are causing the people of Springfield and beyond, that maybe like these guys would think maybe we should try something else. Like walking, rather than ride a vehicle that's not supposed to be on the road. How about I just take a nice brisk walk instead?
Yeah, a brisk walk would, circulate the blood. And
Great way to stay in shape.
It is an excellent way to stay in shape.
It's your gateway to say faster walking or jogging.
Yeah, and if you pair that with a healthy diet of organic fruits and vegetables, you'll be on your way to a heart smart, healthy, whatever that is.
Yeah, right.
Lifestyle.
I mean, think about it. If you start taking care of yourself with a little bit of exercise, which you would never get on an off-road vehicle, you could run away from police with great foot speed.
Actually, you say that, but in reality, riding dirt bikes is probably one of the hardest physical things to actually do because it requires a lot of core balance. And you really need to be in shape in order to ride a dirt bike competitively.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a totally different animal. I mean, you're talking about going to the Wick and Southwick, and you're driving on those trails and stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, that's the work of a real athlete. You got to know what you're doing.
Upper body strength.
Yeah, but
good core.
If you're riding this thing up and down, say Tapley Street, well, that doesn't take much more than 4 or 5 remaining brain cells.
And then you gotta deal with Mayor Dom Dom on the other hand of that.
And do you really want to be the kind of thug that has to deal with those ramifications?
Here's my new idea. Are you ready?
Yes.
I'm gonna take you and we're gonna put you not in jail, but on a slip and slide that I have covered in rocks. That's how I do my slip and slides, covered in gravel.
Or broken glass.
Broken glass. You want to kiss my broken glass? You can, right here. I have a hand-tooled leather vest made from the hide of a studio executive who once displeased me. Doctors once found $60 worth of nickels in my stomach.
Really?
Yeah.
He eats
that's
that
real
for
change.
breakfast.
Yeah, that's real change. I once shot up heroin for 11 months just to prove how easy it was for people to quit.
I don't think Mayor Dom Dom's ever done that.
A priest, a rabbi, and a minister walk into a bar. I roundhouse kicked them all in the face because I already know the joke isn't going to be funny enough for me. Do you know I have a closet full of exploding pants? You remember when they said there was weapons of mass destruction in the Middle East?
Yes.
It's only because I was there for a visit. You know roosters crow in the morning telling everybody that Dom is awake? You know, I do put all my eggs in one basket, and then I stomp on the basket. I will not spend my time worrying about eggs nor the price of them.
Why should you?
That's right.
Why should you?
Just days after the New England Aquarium announced the release of a half a dozen sea turtles off the coast of Cape Cod, they announced the re-release of another 6 turtles who were ready to go back to their oceanic homes. Staff and volunteers gathered at West Dennis early Tuesday morning for their patient send-off. The 5 Kemp's Ridley and 1 green sea turtle spent 7 months in rehab after being cold-stunned, which can be life-threatening for the critically endangered species. Turtles in rehab.
Well, they're all strung out on heroin, putting
hypodermic
needles in their shells.
Yeah. Well, oh man, I gotta get a fix.
Some of these turtles walking into rehab. I can quit anytime I want. Fortunately, the courts are bringing me here instead.
One turtle named Hercules made a miraculous recovery after surviving sepsis and severe gastrointestinal disease. A turtle with IBS.
That is the stinkiest turtle we've ever had in this place.
Oh, man, who stunk up this joint? Oh, I'm sorry. It's my IBS.
Here, pull my shell.
I took advice from this guy on the radio, Bax, who uses the sea also as a toilet. Tuesday's release marked the aquarium's 4th release event of the season, during which staff have returned 36 turtles to Nantucket Sound.
Have you ever been there, the New England Aquarium in Boston?
No.
That's like one of those things that we, as a kid, we always went on like field trips to the aquarium.
Yeah.
And back when you were a kid, it was like awesome. And then many years later, when I was an adult and I moved back to Massachusetts, I decided, you know what? I want to go to the aquarium because it's been, forever and a day since the last time I stepped foot in the place. It was gross. It smelled so bad.
Well, it's filled with fish.
Not just fish, but there's also a penguin display.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you're aware of this. Penguins do not know how to use the restroom facilities in the New England Aquarium.
Are you sure
like
about
the rest
that?
of us? So they're crapping and peeing all over the place.
Well, I mean,
and
look
it smells to high hell.
But think about the walk that it would take to go from the enclosure to the bathroom. I mean, you got to go through several measures of security in order to reach that bathroom. You're not going to get a penguin. You know what? It's easier to just penguin plop right here.
Sure. But, Steve, if I brought, say, my comfort dog with me to the New England Aquarium, right, and he did his business right there on the ground, it would be my responsibility to go in there with one of those plastic bags, pick it up, tie it off, put it in the garbage. No one's doing that for the penguins. They're using the entire facility like it's a free-for-all toilet. It's disgusting.
They're penguins. They
Yes.
can do that. They're like making poopsicles. Because it's so cold in there.
Well, I got to tell you, I was disgusted. And by the way, the Mystic Aquarium in Connecticut, it's so clean you could eat off the floors.
I don't know if I would eat off the floor.
It is spotless compared to the Boston Aquarium.
What about Chilly Willy? Did you see him there?
Mm-hmm.
He wonders why he's so chilly all the time.
Yeah, well, wear a coat.
Canada just made a change that will delight 12-year-old boys everywhere. And no, they're not hosting sleepovers to watch Mr. Beast and play Fortnite with a fridge stocked with Prime energy drinks. The Toronto Transit Commission is making its fare inspectors act and look more official by giving them new gray uniforms and new titles. They're now called Provincial Offenses Officers. And it's a massive hit on social media because the acronym Poo Inspectors is a little unflattering. Does nobody think of these things?
No, I don't think they do.
I think what is it?
Hey, Ma, poo's at the door.
I believe it's in Sarasota, Florida. Sarasota County something authority. It spells scat.
Yes.
Which, I don't know if you want that. Anyway, one person joked, just spotted some poo on the street. Someone else said, I need to file a complaint. Who's the poo head? The TTC claims they knew this would be the acronym and they wanted everyone to grow up. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's never going to happen.
They said, we were kids too, once too, and the acronym was thought through, but the designation was not ours to begin with. It existed in Ontario legislation long before the TTC began using it this weekend. We thank the snickering 12-year-old boys who dominate the internet for their insights. However, it does not negate the fact that the fair cheats face fines of hundreds of dollars, which is no laughing matter.
Yeah, well, that may not be a laughing matter, but I got to tell you, when you've named your organization Poo, what do you expect?
They're talking about 12-year-old boys. I'm 46, and I think this is hilarious.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like the reason why we still laugh at farts. They're hilarious.
So then that created people to start roasting that defensive response. In any event, they say fare evasion is a serious issue. A recent TTC audit estimated that up to $140 million is lost every year. Money said the agency could be used to improve service, safety, and cleanliness. You're losing $140 million a year from fare scofflaws?
I guess so.
That seems a little high.
It sounds like there's no supervision.
The pooper scoopers,
oh my God,
aren't there to collect money from people who haven't paid. They have the authority to fine anyone who's caught riding without a ticket. Those fees can range from $200 to $500. And then you can call them a poo head when you're done after it gives you the ticket.
That makes you giggle too.
Your Pioneer Valley forecast is going to be sunny and dry today with a high of 84. Tomorrow, hot and humid. Heat advisory going to be in effect all weekend long. It's a high of 90. It's 57 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Yeah. Hey, it's Steve Nagle.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 7:52 on Rock 102.
It is going to be a sunny and nice day today with a high of 84. Tomorrow, hot and humid with a high of 90. It is currently 57 right now in downtown Springfield.
The Rock 102 Wing Thing is coming back on Saturday, August 16th. A brand new location, the Young Building at the Big E in West Springfield. Brought to you by Aqua Pump and Dave Miner Exterior Home Improvements. Tickets are on sale now at rock102.com. Your admission not only includes all the wings, but also parking, hors d'oeuvres, yard games, plus live music from Moose and the High Tops. Also be beverages for sale from Wachusett Brewing Company. Catch a good time with the Wachusett Blueberry Ale. It's the Wing Thing, tossed and sauced by Log Rolling Catering, Saturday, August 16th at the Young Building at the Big E, part of the Classic Rock Summer from Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock.
Yeah, what else is going on? Oh, by the way, you want to come see me headline a comedy show this Friday and Saturday at River, a waterfront restaurant in Wethersfield.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be headlining 8 p.m. show each night, Friday and Saturday. Tickets at comedycraftbeer.com.
Well, that'll be great. And then you got more shows on the way too, including next month you got 2 at the Shortstop.
I'm doing there's actually one next week at the Shortstop.
Yeah.
On the 31st, and then there's also one on the 8th and one on the 28th. And I'm also doing a place called Winding Trails on August 2nd.
Where's that?
That's in what's the name of that? Farmington, Connecticut. Yeah.
You're becoming the hot item in Connecticut now.
Listen, I got
playing at the casinos.
I got a fresh set of headshots, which is nice.
Yeah, but you could use some new pictures too.
That's
what I'm talking about.
I'm trying to push the brand out. This is how you do it. You start putting a portfolio together and clips and all this other stuff, and then you present it. And
what are you trying to muscle your way a new gig? You trying to get out of here? Trying to leave? What are you trying to do?
You know what? That decision won't be made. That decision will be made for me That won't be my decision.
That's usually the way it works out.
Well, especially in this business.
Especially.
No, but that's it. That's how you do it. I'm just trying. Man, I'm just trying, just like everybody else.
Listen, man, you gotta if you want to make it in the comedy gig, you gotta push yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta be shameless. You gotta be in everyone's face, up everyone's grill. It's the only way to do it.
Yeah,
a million comics out there, like 3% of them are funny, and even half of those aren't marketing themselves the right way.
Well, I was thinking about people who make it, in this business, and people, obviously comedy is subjective, right?
Yeah, of course it is.
But to watch somebody, people will go, "Oh my God, how did that guy get to where he is now? How did I always say it about Ryan Seacrest, like, what did he do? But
what did we do to deserve this?
But if you think about it, it's a matter of luck. Most of the people that I know that have gone on to bigger and better things in the comedy industry,
right?
There's a lot of funny people out there.
Sure,
but there's not a lot. It's one of those rarity things where people get to move on to something national type, and that's a lot of it's by luck.
I got an email from a guy, and I'm not gonna read the email, but he wants to get into comedy, and wants to know if I had any tips for someone who's looking to get into it.
Yeah, don't do comedy.
No. But I mean, it's like it's like anything else. I mean, it's a process. It's a journey. It's not. George Carlin didn't step on stage the first time and knock everyone's socks off. It took him years to develop what he would become.
Well,
I think anyone looking to get into it has to understand that that journey is what makes you a better comic.
I've been trying new things out.
Yeah,
and not just material wise, but like timing wise and presentation. Like, it's a little bit different than what you've seen in the past from me.
Yeah.
But it's, a lot of materials. Sometimes the material doesn't land because of the way you say it. And also the subject matter, too, depending on what it is.
It's true. This is going to sound crazy, but this is absolutely true. Sometimes the rhythm of how you say it makes the entire difference. If you look at like a Don Rickles, for example, and you took the actual words that came out of his mouth,
it wouldn't be funny.
99% of it doesn't make any sense.
But it's just the way he used to deliver it like this.
But his timing and delivery was so ingenious that it's hard not to laugh at Don Rickles because he was brilliant at it. But if you think about the actual jokes, like, does that make any sense at all?
So I've taken a little bit different approach to it now.
Okay.
So I'm trying to, and I did it last week at the shortstop, and I got pretty good feedback from it. Because people who see, you see somebody over and over and over again, you get to know their jokes and you get to know, the things that they do.
When you see someone and you say, man, that guy sucked, give him 6 months, see what happens.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, this will be a little bit different than what you're used to coming from me, because I tend to do a little softer tone sometimes to try to reel people into the, the darkness of the humor that I have. But I've changed it up a little bit to kind of just be more bold about it.
Yeah.
And when you're more bold about it and more confident about it, it actually hits a lot different and it's a lot funnier.
It's 7:58 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Rock 102.
Now, Bax's View from the Couch, brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware, your grilling destination. Weber, Big Green Egg, Uni Pizza Ovens, and Traeger wood-fired grills.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? Well, folks, training camp for the New England Patriots officially began yesterday as the all-new look Mike Vrabel coaching area finally gets underway. Oh, there's room for optimism, and of course there's also room for concern. None of us can predict where this thing is going to go. All I can tell you is the Patriots now have 17 days to prepare for their first preseason tune-up against the Washington Commanders on Friday, August 8th, a game which I should tell you will be heard right here on Rock 102. Now, you may wonder, Baxie, I know the Patriots have stacked their preseason roster with dynamic new players, but what's going on with wide receiver Stephon Diggs? Well, that's a good question. Diggs, who is attempting to make a comeback after a painful ACL injury, has in fact been cleared to practice following a physical. Apparently, Diggs did not aggravate that injury during last month's Good Time boat excursion with all those bikini-clad young ladies that showed up on Cardi B's Instagram account. He also seemed to survive the potential physical risk of allegedly breaking up with Cardi B after publicly criticizing her for what is known as her rumored BBL smell. Now, for those of you who are not aware of this condition, it is an aromatic and often unpleasant waft that permeates the air surrounding many women who undergo the cosmetic procedure known as the Brazilian butt lift. Now, I personally have never experienced the BBL smell myself. I prefer the essence of naturally hanging butt cheeks instead, ones that typically comply with the laws of Earth's gravitational pull. Nevertheless, Patriots training camp isn't really about Cardi B and whatever pungent smells are ruminating behind her. Training camp is about football, and for Stephon Diggs, he needs to focus on making the Patriots roster, because right now, we're not focused on either the boat or whatever your ex-girlfriend's got going on beneath the poop deck. Your job is to catch footballs, and I'd like to think that it stays that way. But hey, enough of my yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. Think of 3 airline tray tables side by side. That's the grilling service on the Weber Spirit E210. It's a small Weber gas grill, now $449 at Rocky's, delivered and assembled. The place to go to get Weber's is at your neighborhood Rocky's Ace Hardware. I'm Bax. That's my view from Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 8:12, and the late Ozzy Osbourne with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
He's not late. He's early. He's
I don't know if it's early.
Did you didn't read that text from earlier? You're playing Ozzy once an hour. Did you play Tom Petty once an hour when he died? I forget it. You guys play with Tom Petty once an hour anyway.
See, there you go.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
It is true.
Yes, it's another Wednesday. It is a sad day. Ozzy Osbourne passing away yesterday at the age of 76.
You know, I can't help but think, because, you know, he just did that last concert, was it like 2 weeks ago now?
Yeah.
A week and a half? Whatever it was? I mean, it's so soon after that. You wonder whether, you know, they knew that he was this close. I mean, it's awful. I mean, as someone that's loved Black Sabbath since I was a kid, this is not one I'm real comfortable with. I don't know.
Are you
bugging
comfortable
me.
with any death?
Well, I mean, there are some that I am probably less fazed by.
Yeah.
This is one I feel fazed by. This one I kind of like, oh, man. How crummy is that?
I have some clips of Ozzy saying weird things. You ready for this one?
Sure.
There you go.
I'm Ozzy Osbourne, and I'm the Prince of Darkness.
Yeah.
Hey, show some respect.
I am. These people on the TikToks and the Facebooks.
Yes.
I did the video where I said, it just goes to show you that a guy who can do massive amounts of narcotics and snorting ants and urinating on the Alamo will only lead you to a life reaching to the age of 76.
Well, I think you can probably last longer than that in most cases, but
I mean, you think about he lived hard. He lived real hard, and he did everything to the extreme. He was kind of a madman in a way. As when it came to substance abuse and going as far as you could with it.
No, listen. The one and only time I don't even say I met him, but I mean, we were in the same room together. He come to a radio station I was working for, and he came to the radio station for an interview. And this was not at a period of his life where things were going really all that great.
Was this where he choked Sharon out? Probably.
This may have been
88, 89.
Would that have been right? Yeah, maybe 89. Yeah, 88, 89, somewhere around there. And right. He was not having an easy time of it, to be quite honest with you. But having said that, here's Sabracadabra from Sabbath Bloody Sabbath.
Oh yeah.
Anyhow, this is a hard one. I put it together a hastily compiled playlist yesterday of like 40 songs. But I just grab like one after another and put them in a reasonable order.
You done good.
Thank you. I was. I thought it went pretty good. I shared it on the Facebook page, the Bax and Nagle Rock 102 Mornings Facebook page, and as well as my own.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for someone to listen to and say, "Oh, that's why he was great,"
There's some. I'm actually amazed he lived until 76 years old. Who'da thunk? It's true. I mean, you think about how he lived his life. It was, and people would always say it's the same with him and Keith Richards. Like, how is this guy not dead yet?
But yet, for as hard as that guy lived, and for as hated as he was at one point in his career, that whole thing with the bat, after that happened, or tearing the pigeon apart in the record company's conference room.
Yeah.
People started thinking maybe he's crazy or evil, and as it turns out, no, he was just
he was hyped up on all kinds of stuff.
He had a lot of things going on, but then to completely turn his career around, where he becomes this lovable, squeezable, bountiful, evil pocket of joy. I mean, that's amazing what the TV show did for him.
Yeah,
and I mean, it's just you don't see anybody. That'd be like the equivalent of seeing OJ all of a sudden getting a lot of respect and love. It wouldn't even seem possible, but yet Ozzy was able to turn things around.
Well, he also didn't murder two people either.
No, well, good point.
He almost murdered one, but she survived and became one of the richest women in entertainment.
And they became closer as a result of it.
Yeah. And we mentioned this before. The theme song to the Osbournes was not Pat Boone. It was some other guy to sound like Pat Boone singing Crazy Train.
Sure.
Let's see. What was the last song? Oh, yeah. This was the last song. Here are Ozzy Osbourne's final words on stage after the song he and Black Sabbath ended their long career with on July 5th of 2025 at their Back to the Beginning concert in Birmingham, England.
Come to our final song for ever. I just want to say to you on behalf of the guys in Black Sabbath and myself, your support over the years has made it all possible for us to live a lifestyle we live. Thank you from the bottom of our heart. I love you, we love you. And it's a song called Paranoid.
Oh yeah.
Here I am.
That's the closer.
Yeah.
Do they do it? Let's see how well they do. This is all edited, by the way. He's swearing like a sailor.
Of course he is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there we go.
Now you're talking.
That's
Hey, those aren't the words, Steve.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It's according to him. Have you the paranoid name?
Well, having said that, here's Snowblind. Oh, here we go. That's from Volume 4. Oh, another kick-ass one. Anyhow, it's a very sad day.
It is a very sad day. But his music will live on forever.
It will on my Spotify playlist.
And it will on Rock 102 once an hour, just like we do every day. I don't know why this is like a tribute. Rock 102 remembers Ozzy Osbourne by playing him once an hour, just like we do every single day.
Yeah, but that's the only time you're going to hear Snowblind today, I can tell you that.
What are you talking about? I bet you Dan Williams will play it.
Dan's off this week.
I bet you Alex will play it.
He ain't playing Snowblind.
How do you? Or maybe Pat Kelly will do it.
Maybe.
Well, he's got bigger issues on the Westfield Community Forum right now.
It's 8:20 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 8:27, and the Rolling Stones of Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It's going to be, let's see, well, Liam can tell you the whole forecast thing.
Hey, tomorrow is going to be an open line Friday because it's Thursday, and I'm off on Friday. So what is normally on Friday is going to be on Thursday, and let's establish the rules ahead of time to prepare you. No foul language, no hate speech. Try not to act like you think. Get everything out of your mouth in 30 seconds. last week, the first caller we had violated the rules within 20 seconds.
He was what was he, the tree guy?
The guy cut down trees for me once and a couple of
You're
times.
not cutting down trees here.
Not with that potty mouth, you know.
All right.
Anyway.
I'm getting really, really frustrated with this phone. Like, wildly frustrated with my phone.
What's the problem?
It's 5 years old now. This iPhone.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm probably going to have to buy a new one. Because
Okay.
the charging cord, the charger works at the right angle. It's one of those deals.
Yeah.
And it's not the cord, it's the actual port where the lightning cable goes in there.
Yeah.
It's not cooperating with me.
You're at that point in the life of the phone.
Yeah, and I really don't want to shell out money for a new phone, but I'm going to have to.
You may not have a choice, dude.
I don't know.
Sometimes you just got to bite the bullet and say, I can't charge the thing. And if I can't charge the thing, I can't use the thing. So now might be time to put that thing aside and jump the gun.
You know, and then the other thing is they changed it's all USB-C now. So now all of the cords that I have previously bought are going to be useless.
Yeah.
To what I have. It's just a big pain in the, you know what.
I know. It's a scam. They got you coming and going. I mean, I had to change, I felt like I had to change my whole life around when I upgraded my phone with all the chargers.
Well, that's what I mean. They do this on purpose. I know the European Union wanted Apple to change everything over to USB-C so everybody would have a universal thing, which would have been great if they'd done that in the beginning. But they didn't. And here we are, some other company making money off USB-C cords, and here I am getting screwed.
Well, it's sometimes you just got to let the phone cross the rainbow bridge, Steve.
Yeah, you can replace the charging port. But do I want to do that? Because the phone's getting slower and more outdated every year that I have it.
What's the battery life in that thing right now?
5% and maybe 6.
No. When it's fully charged, how long do you got with that thing?
It actually lasts. It's at like 89%, like the battery life.
All right. Well, that's misleading at the best, but it's still.
Maybe we have Dink experts on the phone.
Let's see here. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, my name's Chuck.
What's up, Chuck?
Hey, tell Nagle to bring his phone to the kiosk at the mall. They put a new charge port in and it works great.
Really?
Yep.
All right. How much does that cost?
All right.
Yeah. No answer on that
for you, but he's got all the answers except for the important ones.
He's probably the guy running the kiosk.
We got news coming up next on Rock 102.
Here's
8:34. Hey now, 8:34 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It is time for news. Brought to you by Yankee Home Improvement. All this month, get 50% off installations for your bathroom or window project with 0 down and 0 interest. Call now and mention Rock 102. Get an additional $750 off through July 31st. Here's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Thanks, Bax. This cooler weather that we've been having, it ain't going to last. There's going to be a heat advisory in effect starting tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., and it goes all the way until Friday. Heat index values between 95 and 103 degrees expected. Can we just have, like, a month full of weather like this? This is like, it's gorgeous outside.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
And yet, I don't see anybody inviting either one of us to a pool party.
I don't want to be invited to a pool party.
Suppose it's a really nice pool. With a cabana.
I don't want to be invited to a pool party.
With a pool house.
See, now, like last night, I used a hot tub because it was cool enough to do so.
Hot tub?
Yeah.
Summertime?
But it's cool at night. It was 57 degrees last night.
I guess.
What, you wouldn't do that?
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be my first choice. I mean, I'd rather have be in a pool with like a 80, 79 degree water. I mean, that would be nice.
This thing is a lot easier for me to maintain than it was with the swimming pool. When I bought my house, there was a swimming pool that came along with it. And while it was nice, it was also a big pain in the ass.
Oh, yeah.
That you got to keep buying chemicals for it.
Oh yeah,
and then you're running the thing and nobody's using it because the water's too cold.
Well, don't misunderstand me, Steve. I'm not saying I want a pool. I'm not saying that I'm going to put the investment and time and sweat equity into owning one. I'm saying, wouldn't it be nice to be invited to one and have the host provide snacks and drinks for like a full afternoon on a steamy hot day?
Oh yeah, that sounds.
I'm looking
like
to take
a good
advantage
time.
of somebody else's facility, not mine.
Well,
I would never invite people to my own pool.
Why don't you go to any number of the community swimming pools?
All those people.
Yeah. Well, what do you think a pool party's going to be? You're asking people to invite you over. How do you know they're not bringing 50 people over?
Well, they better not do it just for me. I mean, what a waste of time that would be.
Yeah, I don't know.
Actually, if you could let me use your pool, and you don't even have to be there. I mean, I'll just go in the pool and flop around a little bit. That's about it.
I don't think they want you flopping around like a bear in a swimming pool. You ever see those bears that utilize the swimming pools? Like they're having a good time. I saw the one where the bear was using the hot tub. I hope the bear that around my house doesn't come and do that. Asking for margaritas and fluffing up his pillows after he's done for his nap.
Then he can skim for bugs.
Yeah, I don't know if I want that. A Pissfield man has been arrested in connection with a structure fire on 4th Street early Tuesday morning.
Steve, I believe it's pronounced Pittsfield.
Have you ever been there?
I have.
I don't know and think you know what you're talking about. Pissfield Police Lieutenant John Sewells stated in a news release that at approximately 3:10 a.m. on Tuesday, officers and firefighters were called to a two-family home on 4th Street for reports of a fire. While all occupants were able to evacuate safely, a family cat was found to have died. During the investigation, Pissfield Police identified a suspect in connection with the fire. Officers located and arrested 23-year-old Hunter Barrett and charged him with arson of a dwelling. Barrett is expected to be arraigned in Berkshire District Court in Pissfield on Wednesday. The Pissfield Police Department, Pissfield Fire Department, and Mass State Police Fire Investigation Team are continuing to investigate the incident.
Steve, I believe it's pronounced Pittsfield.
Again, I will ask you, have you ever been there?
I have.
And you really don't know how to pronounce it then?
It's Pittsfield.
It's like East Tampon.
No, it's East Hampton.
It's East Tampon.
No.
I pull a lot of strings in that town to get that name fixated on there.
I bet you have.
No more leaks.
Good to know. Anywho,
lumber. There's lumber on the trees in Springfield. This is a big story. Lumber supports are visible on trees all along Sumner Avenue in Springfield. Have you noticed that?
Well, they were doing it in Longmeadow, you may recall, a while back.
But that's like bougie wood.
It's still the cheapest wood that the town could buy.
They're not just random pieces of wood. Each one serves a specific purpose. These wood casings are protecting the trunk of trees as ongoing road construction takes place. Right now, the X is under construction and will continue into the fall season with the Mass Department of Transportation leading the project. During this construction project, existing roadways will be reconstructed to improve safety and traffic flow, as well as accommodate pedestrians and cyclists. The project is estimated to cost approximately $27.5 million. Among the significant improvements to the X intersection are 5-foot bicycle lanes, bus stop and shelter upgrades, pedestrian plaza installation, and widening of sidewalks to shared use paths. This phase includes water pipe replacement and work installations. The Springfield Forester explained why placing lumber vertically side by side around the tree trunk helps protect it from potential damage. It just wraps the tree so that the first thing you'd hit would be the 2x4 instead of actually hitting the trunk. That's Forester Alex Sherman.
Sherman.
Yeah. Alex Sherman.
Does he hang out with a dog named Mr. Peabody?
No, I was thinking of Alan Sherman, who sang Camp Granada.
Hello, Mata.
Hello, Fada.
Yeah. Here I am at Camp Granada.
And it's just there in case a machine gets too close or anything else that's going to damage the trunk of the tree.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thereabouts. Well, somebody had to get that. Somebody had to get that job, and it's Mark from West Springfield. There are 65 trees in Springfield that have this lumber. The lumber will remain attached to the trees until the completion of the project, which is slated for the summer of 2030. That's a long damn project. As part of the project,
like 5 years from now. You're gonna wait 5 years for that thing to get completed.
Well, for 5 years, the X was so nice. Lord, it was lovey-dovey. As part of the project, they're looking to plant an additional 150 trees on Sumner Avenue, Belmont Avenue, and Dickinson Street.
Oh, you're not even going to recognize it.
For a full project schedule, visit mass.gov. That's the website. Hey!
Yes.
Calling all douchebags.
Yes.
Eligible vehicle owners have about 3 weeks left to apply for the Massachusetts Registry of Motor Vehicles Low Number Plate Lottery. The RMV website states the applications will remain open until 5 p.m. on August 15th, and there are approximately 282 plates available in this year's low plate lottery numbers. The result of the lottery will be posted on the RMV website and will be announced on September 5th. They don't have, like, the governor come out and pull the balls out of the machine like the lottery?
No, I don't think they do it that way. But they're posting these things publicly?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you pay, I mean, obviously you're paying for the status of having a low number plate.
Yeah, but everybody wants these certain ones. Some of the available low plates include 1070, 108, 113, 12K, 1180, 1360, 1490, 1430, 1912, 1949, 1997.
Okay.
These are low number plate. 27E is available.
I'm not interested.
29T. What about 29I? What about 33V?
All right, Steve, I think I'm getting your point here.
What about 39Y?
Let me ask you this, though. Okay, so let's say these plates are still available. Why would you want one? Why would you want to spend the money
my question.
to get one?
Why would you spend the money to get a vanity plate at all?
I would not do it because you're going to find this hard to believe. But in my off time, I don't like to draw a whole lot of attention to myself.
Yeah. I mean, they go down. Yeah, I don't like to draw a lot of attention to myself either.
I mean, even though I'm a beloved Hall of Fame broadcaster and a 2-time Pinewood Derby champion, I don't always want the spotlight directly on me.
You don't want Bax Mobile as your vanity plate?
I don't need that at all,
Adam
really.
Strepthroat has 22 WX on the back of his car.
Well, that's Adam. Adam likes the attention. Adam thrives in the attention. When I'm just a regular everyday Joe, I don't need that.
Listen, we could get you a Y81.
Why would I want one?
I don't know. 5614.
Don't need that. No, I don't need it.
How about 4626?
Nope.
How about 4057?
No.
How about 108?
No.
How about 5670?
Steve, I don't care how many plate numbers you read to me. I'm probably not going to spend the money on it.
Well, then you are just not into it as the other douchebags are.
I try to save and store and stack my douchebaggery for other things.
You know what? 293-1021. I'd love to hear from a low plate number person and ask, why?
What's wrong with you?
Why are you doing that? Why are you making an embarrassment out of yourself? I don't think anybody's going to call.
No one's going to call, but maybe that's the kind of thing that someone shares during Open Line Thursday tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, Open Line Thursday. Yeah, that's because we're not doing Fridays.
Yeah, because I'm off on Friday.
But, I want to know what makes you the douchebag you are for wanting a low number plate.
Now, you may say, well, I want to express my own individuality. Yeah. Well, you're not really being an individual if you're following the path of every other douchebag with a few dollars to burn.
You know what? There's somebody listening to this station right now with a low number plate, sitting at a traffic light, looking around to see if anybody else is looking at them because we're talking about how douchey they are.
Yeah, that's right, sir. We're talking about you.
First douchebag on the line here.
Right, Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
This is Scott.
Scott, do you have a low number license plate?
Sure do.
Why?
It broadcasts one of my pastimes.
What's your pastime?
Can't say it. That's why the license plate does the work for me.
Well, okay. So you can call up here. You're not going to say what your pastime is or why the number is significant to you, yet you're driving around with this billboard on your car.
Number 69.
Is it really?
There you go.
What is it really?
See, that's a guy who probably doesn't have that
He doesn't
number.
have a
He
number.
just
He
thought he was
doesn't
being
even have
wildly clever.
I'm gonna hear my own voice on the radio.
Again, apart from what I do at work, I don't need to draw attention to myself like
Here's
this.
another one. Let's get another one. Come on, we can do this.
Oh, Jesus. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this? Hello?
Jake?
What's up, Jake?
Yeah, I'm going to respond to the low number plate.
Do you have
question.
one?
Yes, I have two in my family, and I'll tell you the reason why.
Yeah, all right.
The reason is most police badge numbers are low numbers, 3 or 4 digits, and in my family we have an X and my father's badge number, and we have a badge number with an R at the end, a 421.
All right.
Well, okay.
That's respectable. You're doing it to honor.
That's for good reason.
Fallen law.
All
But
right.
I'm talking about these douches that just want. I just want the low number.
Yeah.
I want 308.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They think it's the status, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
this is why
that
I was asking.
they don't
for
have.
All right.
They don't have any status. That's why they need it.
All right.
Let's see. Let's see who else we got.
Okay. Here, Rock 102. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Duckman.
The Duckman. Okay, Duckman. What? Do you have a low number plate?
A low number plate? No, I was just going to try to say a joke of the day.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Would you like to hear it?
Can you? Are you? Am I going to have to hang up on you?
No. Are you going to want to hear it?
Yeah, just say it. Just go out. Just get it out of your mouth.
All right. So this boy shows up at the bus stop, and the bus opens the door, and the kid goes, "Does this bus go to school?" And the bus driver gets out and kicks his ass. So the kid goes home and says, Mommy, the bus driver beat me up. He said, okay, go to the bus stop tomorrow. If he does it again, I'll go to the bus stop with you the next day. So the next day comes, he goes to the bus stop, the door is open, and he says to the bus driver, "Does this bus go to school?" And the bus driver gets out and kicks his ass again. He goes home and says, Mommy, the bus driver beat me up again. She says, I'm going to the bus stop with you tomorrow morning. The next morning comes, they're both standing there, the bus pulls up, the door is open, the kid goes, "Does this bus go to school?" And then the bus driver comes out and kicks his ass right in front of his mother. And the mother's hysterical, goes, "Why did you do that?" And he says, "He's making fun of me."
And I thought low number plate people were douchebags. Thank you, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
All right.
Well, we're plumb out of time now. Your Pioneer Valley forecast today is going to be mostly sunny with a high of 84. Tomorrow, hot and humid, heat advisory in effect and a high of 89. It is 63 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's 8:52 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. Join Pat Kelly and the Rock 102 Road Crew. Free Music Friday this Friday from 7 to 9 at the Plaza at MGM Springfield. You can enjoy it live outdoor music with some of your favorite locals, including Petty Larceny. This week, New England's top Tom Petty tribute. They'll take the stage at 7:30. Quench your thirst with refreshing beverages from the Plaza Bar or craft beer from White Lion, plus delicious bites from Guac This Way and other stuff from local various food trucks. It's Free Music Friday this Friday with Pat and the Road Crew, part of the Classic Rock Summer on Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock.
That didn't work.
It didn't?
No.
Paperclip?
Well, paperclip to kind of brush it out of there, but it's still doing the same thing. I'm going to need to either get a new phone or I'm going to have to just...
Well, what model is that?
That is the, I believe, iPhone 11.
Dude, I mean, they're already up to the 16s.
I know.
We're way behind.
Well, because I hang on to them for as long as I can. You know how expensive it is to buy a new phone every year?
I upgraded my phone this year. I know how it is.
How much you spent?
Oh, way too much.
What'd you get? The 16?
I got the 16.
Did you get the Pro or did you get the regular 16?
I just got the 16, but I got the largest capacity 16.
Yeah, see how with the 1 terabyte?
Oh, it's a big one, yeah.
Really?
I put a lot of stuff in this phone.
How much was it? Or is it part of your plan that
Part
you're
of the
paying
plan.
into?
Part
see,
of the
I
plan.
buy them outright. It's better. I think it's better to buy them outright, and you're paying more in the long run.
Oh, I know. I listen. I get it, but I mean, I use my phone a lot, and it's got a lot of stuff on it, and there you go.
Yeah.
So I mean, I bit the bullet because I had a 10 and went to a 16, and it was a nice jump. Got battery life on it. I mean, it's. I like this phone.
Morning, guys. Steve, take your phone to one of those places that repairs iPhones and iPads. A lot of times, schmegma gets into the port, and it is not a complete connection.
How in God's name did that get into your
You got
phone?
schmegma inside the port?
What do you? How is that possible?
I'm holding the phone wrong while I'm watching Lobster Tube.
That's the last time I call you.
Don't go to Verizon for this. They will just want to sell you a phone. It's definitely worth a shot. It worked for me once. Got another 2 years out of the phone. I know, but I'm also low on storage. This is exactly why.
That's right.
For the 1 terabyte.
I'm surprised we don't have any like compressed air in this building. That would be like one thing like the engineers would have.
Well, the sales office has got hot air up there.
Yeah, I'm talking about like the compressed stuff that blows out, anything electronic. Cleans it up, dusts the whole thing, knock all the dust out of there.
Where's Pat Kelly? He's our blower. He blows.
Well, I mean that's a different kind of thing altogether, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is.
It is.
Anyhow, so
I gotta go to the kiosk at the mall, which I don't know if I want to go to the mall. I gotta go.
There's other places you can go, and the thing is, Steve,
get a wireless charger.
It's just part of life.
Has Steve tried using a paperclip? Yes, I have. To clean the lint out of what is it, like the belly button of the phone? You get lint in there?
It gets really compacted in there. It's kind of like when you use like a Q-tip and it just pushes the earwax closer to the eardrum.
Yeah.
And you think you're getting like big wads of it out, but in fact you're making it worse. This is kind of like that. So if you got to keep working on it. You got to really jam it in there, really like punch that thing in there. Really get in, grind it.
Hey, Steve, just heard you talking about your charging port not working on your phone. If your phone has wireless charging, you can just get a charging pad for it to sit on it, and it'll charge wirelessly. They're a lot cheaper than they used to be. I don't know what model iPhone you have, but I know with a more recent one. Yes, it will work with a wireless charger. The problem was when I had the OtterBox on it.
Yeah.
Which the indestructible OtterBox is full of shiznit.
You can break that.
You can break an OtterBox. That would never work with the wireless charger because there's too much thickness between the phone and the charger. So I guess I could try that. Definitely, because I don't have the cover on it anymore. Definitely cheaper than buying a new phone because the port crapped out. Best of luck.
Well, that's not very encouraging, is it?
Hey, Steve. I had the same problem with my phone. Went to the mall. $100 for a new port. At that point, I might as well just buy the new phone. This thing's 5 years old. I spent probably $800 on the phone when it was brand new.
I mean, you're talking about an old 5-year-old phone. They're not really meant to last that long. At some point, very soon, they're not even going to service a phone like that.
I brought up the Epstein list yesterday. Nobody texted in about that. But now I got 50 messages telling me where to get a new charger port for my phone.
Yeah, because this is really important.
Well, so is the Epstein list.
But that doesn't affect people's lives. Everyone has a problem charging their phone from time to time.
It won't affect your life until you're whisked away on a jet down to a private island and,
It only affects the people
being
who
around
are
a bunch of dirty men.
It really only affects the people who are on the list itself. The rest of us, we're just observing from afar. But all of us have had this problem. It's like dropping your phone in the pool or in a toilet.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you got to put it into a bag of rice.
Yeah. By the way, can you roll the rice in sushi paper afterwards?
After it's been all over the phone?
Yeah.
I don't really know. I've never tried cooking with the rice after it's dried out my phone that fell into a toilet.
So you don't put it in cooked rice, right?
No, dry, uncooked rice. And because it's been in the toilet, I would not suggest using that rice for food.
So do you boil the phone in the bag with the rice
for
the minute rice?
You do not cook your phone.
Are you sure?
Either in or out of the rice.
You don't cook the phone, but this phone is in fact cooked.
I see what you did. That's very clever. It's 8:59 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Call or text us anytime.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 9:10, and the late Ozzy Osbourne with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It is going to be a nice day today. Sunny and a high of 84. Tomorrow, sunny and a high of 89, but a lot more humid and a heat advisory in effect. It is 63. Right now, in downtown Springfield. Are you ready for some fun facts, Bax?
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it hits you in the nads. The Bax of life.
The Bax of
life.
life.
The Bax of life.
Okay. Number one. The entire continent of South America is east of Michigan, even east of Jacksonville, Florida. Just like my spicy salsa slot after it got tugged so far to the right by a wandering meat stick that Google Maps asked, are you still going east or are you just lost inside the Andes of that ass? Number two. The opening D-Day scene in Saving Private Ryan cost $12 million, almost a fifth of the movie's budget. Which is still less than what I paid in therapy after my clammy Normandy got invaded by a troop of fully armed testicle Marines who stormed the shore screaming, "This is what freedom smells like!" God. Number three! A group of pugs is called a grumble. Coincidentally, also the sound of my moist thigh pantry makes when three dudes show up uninvited with one bottle of lube, two bad decisions, and a Bluetooth speaker playing Who Let the Dogs Out. Number four. Trash decomposition times. Cigarettes, 10 years to disintegrate. Diapers, 500 years to disintegrate. And glass bottles, 1 million years to disintegrate. Not unlike the half-melted prophylactic still lodged in the funk trunk from 2008. It's wedged between a forgotten Nuva ring and the echo of a man whispering just the tip before slipping on a crock and disappearing.
That's like a fossil.
It is. I have a fossil watch. Number five. The oldest human evidence in North America is 130,000 years old from San Diego.
Really?
Which Will Ferrell once said was German for a whale's vagina. But anyway, back when the only safe word was "ugh," and a Stone Age meat spear slid into the primeval poon cave like it was searching for fire. He left behind fossils, trauma, and a handprint that still smells like a woolly mammoth.
You got a little Pangea on your chin.
Ugh! And there's your fun facts for a Wednesday.
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it hits you in the nads. The Bax of life.
The Bax of life.
The Bax of life.
It's Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
GG Inks, screen printing and embroidery. They print the shirt on your back. Heck, they make the Rock 102 shirts that we wear and give out to you at events. Find them online at gginks.com. gginks.com.
This is John Mayberry at Mayberry Material Handling with an important announcement. We have added to our team, but I still need your help. We have more immediate openings in our service department. If you or anyone you know has mechanical experience and want to join a dynamic, growing company, listen up. Our team members are provided with all the support they need to be successful, including the latest technology and on-the-job training. Learn more about this and other career opportunities at mayberry.com. That's MAYBURY.com. Also, our next car show is coming. Join us on Wednesday, July 23rd from 4 to 8 for our next 2025 Cruise Night and Product Showcase. Whether you own a classic car or just appreciate seeing them, come network with Mayberry Associates and friends and support Rachel's Table and Pan Mass Challenge 2025. Rachel's Table will also be holding a food drive at the event for unexpired non-perishables. For more information, visit mayberry.com. That's MAYBURY.com. I hope to see you on July 23rd. Thank you.
The Pete's RV Roadshow is at the Holyoke Mall. And every travel trailer, fifth wheel, and motorhome Pete's brought must be sold. Every new unit is priced to sell. Payments as low as $99 a month. No money down options for qualified buyers. Save thousands on distressed, overstocked, and auction units too. Credit challenge? Not with Pete's RV. Get to the Pete's RV Roadshow. Going on now at the Holyoke Mall. Open 10 to 8. Pete'sRVMA.com.
A very special evening with two Grammy-winning artists, Emmylou Harris and Graham Nash. July 29th, Tanglewood. Tickets on sale now at tanglewood.org.
Make this the summer event to remember with Employee Pricing Plus at Metro Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Take command of the road in a 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. Tough, capable, and built for whatever summer throws your way. Lease it now for just $359 a month or buy it and save up to $10,500 off MSRP. That's big power and even bigger savings on one of America's favorite trucks. Feeling adventurous? Cruise into the season with a 2025 Jeep Wrangler 4-door. Lease it for just $239 a month or buy for $41,000. Open air freedom, legendary off-road performance. It's summer done right. Want comfort and style? Slide into the 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude. Lease for $249 a month or buy and save up to $10,000 off. Bold, refined, and ready for anything. The summer event is happening now. Hurry into Metro Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or visit us online and make this your best summer yet.
The Summit View Concert Series is back Thursday, July 24th with great music from Midlife Crisis. House Barbecue fires up at 5. The show starts at 6:30. Limited parking just $5, so get there early. Midlife